Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday, the 10th of April. I just want to say that I'm so glad to be back. Been gone doing a lot of stuff, a lot of changes in my life, and hopefully you've had some changes too. And I'm praying that they were good, received changes that helped you to, just to be happier. And that's what change is all about, right? We don't want to change into being unhappier. We want to change into being happier. Looks like today we're going to talk about submerged. Submerge. To submerge yourself into something is to just immerse yourself in it. Just lay back and allow it to flow. Is healing. You know, got an iceberg here. We got the tip of the iceberg, and as they say, beneath the iceberg is 20 times more. We only ever see the tip of the iceberg. The giant root of it is submerged in the deep. And if we're going to ever find anything to see the whole picture and the whole size of anything, we have to submerge ourselves into the depths of it. My main thing is to help with healing, to help people to overcome the things they've been told their whole lives that aren't true, such as, you were born to work for the world, live for the world, and die for the world. Hardly very few of us got told, hey, guess what? You are born that the world might work for you, and that you might be attainable to the world and all its resources. When I speak of resources, I'm speaking of housing, I'm speaking of nutritious food, I'm speaking of the best medical plan and the best education a man can buy. These resources are resources that are basic human needs, which should be distributed amongst the masses, no matter where we're from or what color we are or what religious belief we have. These things are just mainstay, just like a bird needs a nest and a worm so that it can grow its children, and it needs the freedom to know that it can, so that it can give birth to children. A lot of wild animals will not have children in captivity, and they do that because they can't count on those that they are captive to take care of their children. So they find it a waste of time and energy to give birth to something that's just going to be held captive and not be allowed to be free to make choices for itself that are best for itself. Ooh, did you see that? They all flipped out upside down. And that would have been Ace of Pentacles, and that would have been right, what I was telling you. So let's don't be captive. Let's be open-minded and know that we only see the tip of the iceberg. We have no idea what's beneath unless we submerge ourselves into that waters to get the whole picture, right? We have to get the whole picture. We have to go underwater with our eyes open and look around and see how big this problem is. That's just the only way you can solve a problem, is submerging yourself. Okay, so I don't know if that's about a problem or to find something out or to, all of a sudden God, creator, source come into my mind. And it says to me that maybe you guys only know a little bit about creator. You might not have submerged yourself into creation to see what is beneath and below the waters that you have not seen, that have been kept hidden from you. So I'm going to go that route. We're talking about creator and our creator and where we're at right now, life. We are spiritual souls embodied in a material body, encased in a material body, and our little particle sometimes is so darkened by the body that we never do see out, but some of us do see the light, and we begin to waken up and we come to the light of truth. And that's what this is all about. So, material, spiritual poverty, helplessness, hardship, financial difficulties, desperation, health and illness, temporary hardships, resilience. So this tells me that some people are going through, a time of poverty, a time of lack, time of maybe not sure where to go, and outside in the cold from where they really want to be. And I'm trying to think of the right words to describe this. This is sad. Locked out of the church. It looks like a church to me. And the church is our own flesh, our temple is right here. And this building is not really the temple, but it is right here. But they have been locked away from themselves. They have not submerged themselves to see what God or creation really has for them. They feel like they have not the resources they need in order to accomplish the things they want. But we do have the resources we need to accomplish the things we want. They are in us. We are born with them. They are willpower, courage, bravery, and deep understanding. And when not everybody is going to turn to a creator or a God. Not everybody's going to work through faith. You don't even have to do that, because the universe is set up that God does not need worship. What God needs is for you to be truthful. God needs for you to be honest with yourself. God needs for you to look at the things around you and see if they are working for you, or the decisions you're making bringing you joy and happiness. Because it is an effort. We are not our parents anymore. Everything is changing so much from generation to generation that we really are not our parents. We are different people with different ideas and different mentalities. It's not like it was 200 years ago or 500 years ago, where most children were born. They stayed in the same place. They did the same things as their parents. We are all out and about now. It's a big world, but yet at the same time it's small, because everybody knows somebody and somebody knows everybody, and that's the way it is. So where am I at? Being submerged and feeling as if you lack. That's up here, because there are resources and everything is all around you. And to bring things into our life that we want to bring into our life is cause and effect. The universe is based on laws. A lot of people don't understand that, but everything is based on the law of cause and effect. What you affect brings about a cause. What you put out is what you give back. If you walk in truth, you will always find truth. If you are courageous and brave, you will always find a way to be courageous and brave, and you will move forward, because fortune favors the bold. Those who can speak out, those who can articulate their needs, their desires, their wants. All these things we are not born knowing these things. We have to practice to learn skills of articulation, of talking, of communication. Some of us literally have to learn skills to ask the 3 words, ask for help, to ask God, ask Mother Earth, ask the spirits. Sometimes we can run into people and they don't care. But let me tell you, the spirits, those passed over, your ancestors, the creator of life, cares. That's why all the resources are around us, the trees, fruits and vegetables, flowers, baby animals, big animals, all these beautiful things are created to make our lives more comfortable. And if we are not comfortable in our lives, we need to speak out and call on the creator of all life. I don't know the name of the creator, but the creator knows its name. I call it creator to make sure I don't get messed up in, any other vibrations. I'm going to go straight to the one that made me. So to have lack can start here. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve. I'm underrated. These are not things that your creator would have you to think, because God image in you. You were born with a plan. You were born knowing what to do. You were born with a higher mission. We are pulling this planet through into a higher level of energy and consciousness and love. And you were born with that plan, and it was submerged in you. Just like we only see a little piece of God, we see the earth, we see the vegetables, we see the trees, we see the flowers. But that depth of God that created that, what do we know about God that created that depth? The depth of things that we don't understand, the deeperness of life, the depth of life. We all know we're going to die. How much do you know about life and what life can bring you? The Hermit. God says, seek it out. Look for it. Submerge yourself in yourself and look for those things that are unseen, because they're out there. The world's a mystery. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that this planet is a mystery and that God isn't going to make it easy. Creator ain't going to make it easy. No. Creation, we're talking about something that's so far over our heads that we can't even hardly imagine it, but that don't mean it ain't there. That don't mean it ain't there. This is telling you to seek it out. Seek out the good that is in you and let it shine forth. You lack nothing. You lack nothing. You do not lack anything. It's all in you. Submerged beneath the surface. It's in your DNA. You go in there and you pull it out. It's in your DNA. Your ancestors are with you. You have some of the most powerful ancestors everybody does that's ever walked this planet. Call upon your ancestors that did their best. God will bring them to you. God will bring them to you. The Creator will bring them to you. All we need to do is find ourselves to have a better place. And each one that finds themselves in a better place makes room and holds space for the next to come to have a better place. Yes. You see that? She's holding space for you all. I'm holding space for you all. God is holding space for you all. Many ascended masters on the planet at this time is holding space for you all. Don't you want to be energetic? Don't you want to be optimistic? Don't you want to have great affinity to get along with people and enjoy them and love them? Self-confident, love nature, love all creation, virtuous, truthful, loving, kind, generous, clear thinker, strong-willed, and down-to-earth. She is the epitome of a good human being, a good spiritual, full of fire and passion, walking this planet. Male or female does not matter. What matters is that you're picking up your stick, your staff. You're picking up your ancestors, your staff, your spine, your backbone, your chakra system, your ancestors, your life, your love. You don't believe it? That's okay. Try to do it anyway. Use your imagination. Pretend like you're 5 years old and, say to yourself, a magical hole. I will make my DNA awaken and open from my best people that have ever lived in this life before me. Please come forth and show me the way. Ah, woohoo! So freeing, even if it is childish, it's real. It's real. We're supposed to be childish, remember? We're supposed to believe in childish things. We're supposed to walk in our intuition and feel through things and feel our hearts swell with love and joy and pride. Not pride because we're egotistical and we got our way. Not pride because we've hurt somebody and now we feel good about it. Not pride because we've stolen something from somebody and now they have to suffer, because that's not pride, that's ego. Pride is knowing you did the best you could for yourself. Pride is self-esteem, or one and the same. When you know that not only did you do good for yourself, but everything you did was good for others as well. So let's say, we're supposed to pray for our enemies. And of course, when you get to God's space and you have unconditional love, that is not a hard thing to do. And forgiving is not a hard thing to do, because you understand the difference in the energies. Okay, some of us have an energy of a parent, of an adult, of responsibility, and of caring for those who necessarily might not have those energies. And we know and understand that they have been troubled their whole childhood and taught things that really doesn't agree with their whole situation. A God, a creator, if you think about it, and you should, what would your idea of a creator be? Is your idea of a creator somebody that, because the creator would already be blessed, if the creator can create all this, and wouldn't need much, but would want us to be blessed as well? And if we are created with the image of God in us, it must be that we are kin to God. Our DNA and God, we're kin. So that part of us is what is submerged and must be looked for. That part of us that is the image of God, that we might become friends with God and learn to live a life with the Creator as we ourselves walk with the Creator and create new and good things and abundance on the planet Earth for life. Death doesn't need anything. Death has it all. Death and life are two separate things. And everybody wants to talk about going to heaven when they die. I want to see heaven on earth. We should have it while we're alive. Heaven should be on this planet right now while we're living. That's the real justice. Yeah. Heaven now. Heaven now. And only we can create this. Only we can help this happen. Only we can submerge ourselves in the depths of our soul and spirituality and see that we are deserving of having heaven on this planet. That it was the plan all along that heaven and good things be delivered onto us. But you're not going to find that here. You're going to find that here. Right here, and in the depths of your soul, and the depths of the earth, in the depths of heaven. They say you got to go through hell to get to heaven. It's hell when you're living through lies. So find the truth within you and learn to live with faith and cause and effect. And cause and effect proves faith. You have faith, you have hope, you have love, you have good deeds. Well, cause you're this, and you have these good deeds that you're giving out. And yeah, you get a thought, oh God, I'm jealous of somebody, but that's okay. Work through that thought. Try to figure out why you're jealous. Try to figure out why you don't like someone. Do not just say, oh, I don't like them because. Go to the deeper parts of yourself to see why you don't like them. And try to understand the differences that you have, or the same things in common that you have, to try to come to common ground. Because really, when you put out, I hate this person, or I wish that person ill, or I don't want that, you are literally bringing those effects back on you. You are putting out energy that is not good for people, and the universe is set up to bring that energy back to you, that you might experience it for yourself, that you may know next time you might say, well, I don't really like them, and I don't understand why, but I pray God you will help me to get through it, that I can learn to accept the things that I cannot change, and just give us some common ground to work with. Because hate will get us nowhere. Hating people, wanting them hurt, wanting them to be punished will get us nowhere. You don't have to worry about that. If people have been hating on you, their punishment will come. They will get it. Because God works through lessons. This is a schoolhouse. You will be taught how to act before this lifetime is over and you come back to the next life, because we are entering a new world. And your teachings will come. So if you put out love, goodwill, and you share what you have in your heart with others, all these things will come back to you. But if you're selfish and stingy and you hold yourself back from telling somebody, man, you did a great job, that's holding back. If somebody did a great job, tell them they did a great job. It ain't going to kill you. In fact, it'll expand you. It'll help you grow. Don't deny the truth. You know, if somebody has hurt you, then you do the same thing. Look, man, you hurt me. You intentionally hurt me. Let them know that you know, because you're helping them grow. That's what it's about, being in the schoolhouse. We are here to learn and teach and rise ourselves up from this lack mentality of helplessness, depending on a God to pick us up. When really what God wants is for you to find the image inside of you that compares with Him and work your way towards a higher and better ground. Climb the mountain if God climbs the mountain for you, or if God picks you up and puts you on that mountain, then what are you going to do? You don't know how you got there. What are you going to do after you get there? You're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up something that's beautiful. And that's why you have to start from the bottom and work your way up step by step. Who are you to be picked up and put on a mountain and screw other people up who are already on the mountain, right? Who are you to break hearts, to be taken from the place of lack where you have nothing to give, not even yourself, putting you up on a mountain where there are seekers and people who are happy and self-confident and ruling their world, independent in their world, to let you come and break their hearts by giving you a hand up that you don't appreciate. How are you going to appreciate this? How are you going to appreciate this if you don't know how to get out of this? You're not going to appreciate yourself. You want to learn to appreciate yourself and get out of a broken heart? Then learn how to appreciate others. Learn how to understand that we're all hurting. None of us got off scot-free. None of us. None of us. In one way or another, we all have pain living on this planet. And pain helps us to learn whether we will do it again or whether we won't do it again. And sometimes some of us are hard learners. I can't tell you how many times I had to overcome addictions, how many times I had to overcome homelessness, how many times I had to overcome bad lovers, how many times I had to overcome the abuse of others, how many times, until I went on the journey of God teaching me cause and effect. I was going to get what I put out. First, I'd have to take my punishment, and that's the way, that's righteous. And then after I, surrender to my punishment, which I did, which was homelessness, after I surrendered and said, okay, then God began to show me how to, at one point in my life, which is now, that I will never be homeless again. 10 years on the road brought out the best in me. 10 years of homelessness, and I thrived because I felt God right by my side. Creator, life, force itself, the tree of life was with me. And that was justice. And the tree of life will be with you too. You got to take the pain and take your due rewards for your past actions. That's justice. And then you begin to seek and work your way out. And don't put yourself back into the place that you came from, because you'll end up with a broken heart. And you have to move forward in justice, walking in truth, being true to yourself, being authentic, doing the right thing, loving the things that you have, and being grateful for your life, because your life is what's sacred. Your life is sacred, and you want to treat it like it's sacred. You want to give it truth. You want to feed your life. You want to plant happiness. You want to plant joy. You want to take all those thoughts that aren't worthy of you, that don't serve you, that don't bring you up, anything that makes you mad, makes you feel depressed, anything that makes you upset. Those thoughts ain't worth having. If those thoughts don't bring you to a pleasant place, and your thoughts are not working for you, 6 of Swords, journey, a figurative journey in your mind. Think of that. Thoughts, we're going to go figurative, thoughts, metaphysical, spiritual, transition, exit away from those thoughts, away from past sorrow, transforming cognition, changing the way you think and feel. You know, changing the way you think changes the way you feel. If you think I suck, I'm unworthy, I'm horrible, I hate myself, well, what do you want from that? You haven't helped yourself grow at all. You just keep cutting off your tree. You could say, if I'd have known better, I'd have done better. That helps. It helped me a lot, because I realized that a lot of the mistakes I made, I didn't really know better. So I say to myself, darn, I wish I'd have known better, but I didn't. But I do now. I do now. So I received my lesson and graduated from it. So I know now. I took my lesson and I integrated it, submerged with it, felt the pain of it, saw the justice come from it, and moved away from it at ease. At ease. God will bring justice into your life. But first, you got to bring justice into your life. And when you bring justice into your life by beginning to work towards being a better human, and you understand the cause and effect of actions, when you begin to do that, well, you don't tell yourself, I hate me for who I was. No, you don't do that. You're grateful for what you know now, and you release the past. Now, you're grateful for what you know now, and you release the past. If you've hurt anybody, you talk to them, you confess to them, you tell them how you feel, and you release all that energy, and you move forward. And that is life, and that's the best way to live life. We don't want to live life mad and angry. We want to live life free. We want to be free. And we want to be at a place where we're an example for others too. You be an example for those who need you. Whether they believe in you or not, still do the right thing. Do the right thing. You'll change the world, and that's what we're working to, is change the world. It's all about doing the right thing so that you can have victory in your life. Victory will come. You see that? 6 of Wands. Victory comes. Yes. We got Jupiter. We got Leo. And we got Earth. No, fire. Yeah, victory. But there's still a lot of Earth in there anyway. Victory. When you do the right thing and your cause and effect comes to the place to where you're giving out good and receiving good, the more people that do that, the quicker we're going to change this planet to heaven on earth. And so, there's going to be resistance because there's a lot of devils out there and they don't want good. They're happy to see you miserable. But do you want to let them be happy seeing you miserable? Oh my God, no. You want to tell God, let me help myself. Dear God, creator of this earth, never let me, cry in my own poo-poo while somebody else is smiling that they got one up on you. Don't do that. Don't let that happen. Always be strong enough to lift yourself up out of that poo-poo and learn from your experience and move forward. And you will be victorious. Don't let people laugh at you. Don't let people pull yourself up. You can do it, and with God, and God will help you. Call out to the power of creation who creates good in people and ask God to reform you into the best version of yourself that you can be. The best version. And believe me, you don't need to call a name. All you got to do is call. The Spirit knows if you're true or not. The Spirit knows if you're true or not, whether it can trust you or not. Listen, you got to be able to be trusted. Why would God mess with someone that can't be trusted? And God knows whether you can be trusted from the beginning. That's judgment, bro. That's judgment, people. God knows from the beginning whether you can be trusted or not. So be someone that can be trusted. Reach out to creation. Understand cause, effect, the laws of nature, the laws of the universe. And what you put out there is exactly what you're going to get back. So if you put love, you put goodwill, you put harmonics, you put balance, you put calmness, and you put friendship out there, that's what you're going to get back. I love all you guys. I wish you all a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please let me know if you disagree or agree. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye. Ta-da.